Top 10 Strangest Uber Rides. Thinking about earning some extra money as a driver for Uber? Check out some of the weird and wacky things that happen when strangers get into cars of other strangers. Here is our top 10 countdown. Number 1. Smartphone held hostage. In 2013, a woman named Jennifer Gomez used an Uber ride to get home after a night of clubbing with friends. We can relate to her panic when she discovered that she had left her phone in the Uber car. Calling back the driver, he offered to return the phone to her for a ransom of $500. Gomez complained to Uber, who deactivated the driver's account, but her phone was not returned. Let's hope she didn't have any risque Kardashian-like videos that end up on YouTube, because that never happens. Number 2. Uber UNCOOL abduction. In Los Angeles, a woman booked an Uber ride and got more than she bargained for. Instead of taking her home, the driver took her 20 miles away out of the way to an abandoned parking lot and locked all the doors. She began screaming, and the driver finally unlocked the doors and left her there. Uber only partially refunded her for the ride, even after she made her statement to the police, because the driver had taken a longer route. Number 3. Uber driver ENACTS OJ-inspired car chase. Ryan Simonetti and 2 of his friends got to sit in a high-speed chase when they booked an Uber ride home from Washington, D.C. A taxi inspector had questioned the Uber driver and proceeded to follow them in his vehicle. When the passengers told the driver, he led a high-speed chase trying to lose the inspector, but refused to let his passengers out. After 10 minutes of white-knuckle terror tripping, the driver released his passengers and left the state for Virginia. Number 4. A SNIDE ride. Recovering cancer patient Alexandra Kregel used Uber in New York to get her from her chemotherapy treatment to home regularly. After ordering her ride from the hospital, she canceled her trip request within 3 minutes after booking, realizing she had left her scarf and some belongings inside the hospital. She was treated to harassing messages from her Uber driving, including a statement that she had no character and deserved cancer. Uber issued a generous $30 credit. Number 5. Journalist, stalker, and talker. Olivia Nuzzi, a new media blogger, ordered an Uber ride that turned into a police complaint. The driver began asking her if she had been at certain places throughout the day, and then showed her pictures he had taken of her on his iPad. Creeped out, to say the least, Nuzzi exited the car and filed a formal complaint with Uber, who fired the driver. Days later, the driver began emailing her to her personal address and texting her to her personal phone. Uber admitted that drivers have access to rider information in case of emergencies. Wait, what the? How is that a good thing? Number 6. Rides between shooting spree. Jason Brian Dalton was serious about earning his way through the ranks as a new Uber driver. In fact, he didn't want to keep any of his customers waiting, so he timed out a random shooting spree to make sure that he could pick up his Uber fares on time. The Kalamazoo, Michigan man shot 6 people, but all his Uber fares arrived safely at home in between his murderous rampage. Uber assures riders that all drivers are screened thoroughly though. Yeah, right. Number 7. Uber expensive. In New York, traffic is a problem, and Uber can be an affordable solution. But that wasn't the case for Jamie Hessel, who received a receipt for $56.40 for a 7-mile ride, and then was invoiced $16,000. Hessel complained to Uber about the driver deliberately extending the ride, answering his emails and taking the long route. But the real shock came when he received an adjusted bill for surge pricing. At $16,000, he could have bought her own car instead. Talk about affordable. Number 8. Belch and you're toast. Seth Bender used Uber for a ride in Washington, D.C. with a driver named Hamza Abdusharia. After Bender belched and excused himself, the driver went on a violent outburst about American culture and homosexuality, and went on a bender on Bender. After he exited his vehicle, assaulting him by slapping him and spitting on him. The driver was relieved of duty with Uber, and we imagine Bender has a little PTSD anytime he burps. Number 9. Room for 2. An Uber driver thought he scored a dream date when an intoxicated client got in his vehicle. He was so concerned about her state of unconsciousness that he rented her a room at the Los Angeles Panama Hotel. The problem is that he stayed in that hotel room too, waiting for her to wake up. When she woke up with no idea where she was or who he was, and understandably creeped out beyond belief, she quickly called the police. Number 10. Delivery denied. In New York, David Lee and his wife chose Uber as a fast, affordable way to quickly get to hospital when she went into labor. As the Uber driver pulled up, however, Mrs. Lee was vomiting on the sidewalk. The driver refused to allow the couple to enter the car, concerned that a cleanup would cost him time and booked fares. Not only did the couple have to find a different way to get to hospital, but Uber charged their account $13 for the trip and time arguing, while Mrs. Lee was breathing through contractions. Nice. Have you ever been through a strange Uber ride? Let us know about your experience in the comment section. Give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.